Ever heard of Champions? It's this heart-tugging British sports drama that tells one of the most incredible true comeback stories in horse racing. Directed by John Irvin, the guy behind The Dogs of War and later Hamburger Hill, the movie stars John Hurt, who honestly delivers such an underrated performance as real-life jockey Bob Champion. The film is actually based right on Champion's own autobiography, written with Jonathan Powell, and Champion himself was on set to keep things real. So here's the gist. Back in July 1979, Bob Champion was at the top of his game until he was diagnosed with testicular cancer. The treatment was grueling. They removed one testicle and hit him with some seriously tough chemo. At one point, Bob had just a 40% shot at survival. He spent ages in hospitals, battling side effects, dark moods, and the gut-wrenching fear that his career was over. Meanwhile, his favorite horse, Aldaniti, also hit rock bottom with a horrible leg injury, one that should have ended its racing days. But Aldaniti's trainer and owner made a deal with Bob. If you recover, you get to ride him in the Grand National. Against all odds, Bob fought his way back and climbed back into the saddle. On April 4th, 1981, he and Aldaniti pulled off one of the most emotional victories ever at the Grand National, 30 lengths ahead, in front of a roaring Aintree crowd. The BBC even called it one of the greatest sporting moments of all time. The film doesn't sugarcoat the struggle either. It goes deep into Bob and Aldaniti's parallel comebacks, even down to small details, like the real lucky horseshoe Bob carried in his riding boot during the race, given to him by his girlfriend and featured in the movie. What about reviews? Well, critics respected it, but reactions were mixed. The New York Times called it a horse racing miracle, but questioned some of the casting. Most people dig the true story angle and the big race, though some say it's a bit by the numbers. These days, Champions is kind of a cult classic, especially for horse racing fans and people who love a good underdog beats cancer story. Bob Champion went on to start his own cancer charity, raise millions for research, train horses until 1999, and even pick up an MBE and a CBE for his efforts. The film helped put his story into British legend as a symbol of grit and hope. Want to watch it? You can rent or buy it on Amazon Prime Video, Apple TV, or Fandango at home. But there's no free streaming option at the moment. If you're into inspirational sports movies, think Rocky meets Seabiscuit but with a very British twist, Champions is a total hidden gem. Subscribe to Movies of the 80s on Substack for 80s movie history and reviews. Link in the description. Subscribe to Movies of the 80s here on YouTube for daily 80s movie uploads.